The year is 1914. In Europe, like today, the Balkans were a mess, with lots of tensions. Kind of like when you have a substitute teacher that does not know how to manage the class. Settle down, class. Today we are gonna learn on how not to collapse when Tito dies. Hey, Serbia! Stop bullying Kosovo! Well, you can't bully someone who doesn't exist. Hey, Bosnia! Stop trying to steal coast from Croatia. And Moldova, are you even sure that you belong here? God damn, nobody likes you, Moldova. So, something that I need to tell you about is that everybody got better and improved technology since the last global conflict. So they wanted to test out their new toys. So something that I needed to tell you is that since the Austro-Hungarian Empire had territory in the Balkans, which was a bad idea in the first place. But anyways, there was an area in Austria-Hungary, today modern-day Bosnia, some parts of it, that hated being part of the Austrian-Hungarian Empire. So the Archduke Franz Ferdinand went to visit it in an open-top car. And if you learn anything from political leaders on open-top cars, is that it's a bad idea. But this is the first time that this type of assassination happens. So then, guess what? Some assassins try to kill him with bombs. But like all assassins that try to do things like this, they have absolutely horrible aim. Like if you look at all the assassination attempts on Queen Elizabeth, they were like 3 feet away from her, but they miss. But like expected, they somehow miss. And with such horrible aim, they miss and hit the car behind him. And if you didn't think that the Archduke is not dumb enough, wait till you hear what he did next. So he went to go visit the injured officers. And when they are done, the driver takes a wrong turn. And by chance, they pass by a sandwich shop. By coincidence, one of the assassins is there. And he shoots him in the head. And the Austrian Empire was pissed. And they pointed their fingers to Serbia. And they said that they have to do with the assassination. And they might have. So then Austria walked up to their homie Germany like, hey yo, what's up? And told them that they're going to declare war on the Serbs. And they were all for it. And when they sent a list of impossible demands to Serbia and they refused, they declared war. And like Germany and Austria were homies, they teamed up against Serbia. So then like Serbia was protected by Russia. Russia declares war on both of them. And then since France and Russia were also homies, they also declared war on Germany. And Austria and Germany. So Germany had a plan. They would take out France at lightning speed, bring all their troops back to the Russian border, and take out Russia. And the reason why they thought this is because they thought since Russia was so big and clumsy, that it would take them a long time to get ready. So kind of like blitzkrieg. What the hell am I saying? Blitzkrieg was not even invented yet. What the fuck am I saying? Was I doing crack? But there was a problem that faced the Germans, since that France had a shit ton of forts along the German border. Since they did not want to waste their time, they went around through Belgium. Kind of like a speed bump. They thought that Belgium would just shut up and do nothing. They don't. They fight back, and they're quite good. At the time, and what is worse is that the British declare war on Germany because they think that it's an asshole move to invade neutral countries. And something that we need to talk about is all the massacres on civilians that the Germans made. But hey, don't they did not learn the first time. There's always a second time, and hopefully they don't need a third time. So then the word of the whole thing happening in Europe got around, and that managed to get to the United States. And at the time in the United States, there were lots of ethnic German immigrants, and so then when the war first broke out, they were like, "Yay, Germany!" But then when they started doing all the war crimes, they were like they were less enthusiastic. So something that we need to talk about is that during most wars, the armies that are fighting, they choose to make uniform that blends in with the terrain, and most uniforms follow this rule. And you saw how I said most, and that is because the French soldiers wore bright full clothes, and they chose fashion over having good uniform for war. Hey, is that the Russians? And those exact words were said by the Germans. So while they were busy fighting in Belgium and France, the Russians were ready faster than they expected. So then they tell Austria-Hungary if they could go and deal with the Russians. So then they went, and they failed. And this is something that will happen a lot. So Austria-Hungary ignores Germany's military advice and then comes back running to them when they need help. Germany is getting closer to Paris, so then France stayed in to fight. And then there was a gap that opened up. And that was bad news for the Germans. So then they got pushed back. So then they hit a stalemate. And then they dig in for trench warfare. Anyway, since this video is already long enough, there will be a part 2 coming out soon. So watch out for that. Anyways, that'll be all.